Well, a lot of people go to something that's good, or you go to a conference, it's like, wow, I really got something for me. But it really doesn't go deep. But when you see God's on something, and there's no doubt what God is doing through Hillsong Ministry globally is sovereign. And we've been connected relationally our whole lives. Well, let's support it. Let's get everything out. And I think over the years of just constantly being there, what God is doing through Hillsong marinates into who you are.
It's beautiful.
And it begins to change. You know, again, often my attitudes, being in little wee New Zealand in the early years, they were succumbing to the environment.
Yeah.
You come back, and because of...
Give us something. So you're childhood friends with Pastor Brian. So how was Pastor Brian growing up?
Well, he was always, and I'll always have this over him, that's about the only thing I got over him, he's always about 4+ years older than me. And every time he sees me, he says, I still look younger than you. But yeah, he was the kind of guy that took the lead, even back in those early years. It's funny, he was always on the edge. I mean, I can't remember how many times at Bible college in Lower Hutt, New Zealand, he would have somebody chasing him in a car into the car park yard because he'd cut them off in his teenage years.
Maybe a whole series. It's amazing.
We could have a whole conference on it, maybe.
How empowering he is, and yet he's a little competitive.
Oh, totally. Like, we've always had that debate, who's the most competitive. But I think great leaders are competitive, but they don't buy into comparison.
Come on, that's very good. Say that again.
Well, competitiveness is like, can we do better? We can always do better. Can we shine? Yes, we can make it shiny. Can we, sharpen the edge? So competitiveness is a character trait of good leadership. It's like, but we're not being competitive in the sense of comparison, because I know Pastor Brian and Bobby and the mantle on Hillsong, we've got to be.
That's right.
And I've often said to people, even a lot of people in leadership don't get this. They think, well, we've got the same gift. You might have a similar gift, the spirit of mammon, and what are the 4 components that will cause us to be able to create something for our children and our children's children.
Wow. As he was coming up to high-five her, she decides to swap, puts the mic in this hand to raise this hand, and Pat goes like this, bangs the microphone into her tooth, she chips her tooth.
How do we break the spirit of mammon, and what are the 4 components that will cause us to be able to
kick off your week with Brian Houston TV from Sunday.
The same spirit that rose Jesus from the dead dwells in us. God can do more in and through your life than you ever give him credit for. God can take somebody so ordinary and do something so extraordinary. I believe for God to raise you up. All of us, we're called to raise and lift, because that's the heart of God. I don't know how you couldn't get excited today.
Brian Houston TV on the Hillsong channel.
15 seconds.
Sometimes I wonder, is there more?
Ignition sequence start.
Do you dare to believe there's more from church?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Look.
So have you got any, like maybe the inside scoop, any funny tour stories? We heard a few things about Melody, something with an injury, maybe a tooth?
Fact or fiction? Tell us.
Tell us the truth.
It is fact, guys. I was there. Yeah, so what happened was we were on our last praise song of the night. It was going great, best night ever. All of a sudden, Melody's singing like this. She's got her hands in the air, and Pappas is like, this is awesome, her hands in the air. I'm going to go and high-five her. It makes perfect sense.
Of course you do.
Right. As he was coming up to high-five her, she decides to swap, puts the mic in this hand to raise this hand, and Pap goes like this, bangs the microphone into her teeth, she chips her tooth, she does the most dramatic fall on the floor, all 4s on the floor, and it was just...
People just think she's worshipping.
They would have just thought, this girl's giving everything.
No, they didn't think that. The whole congregation just all gasped at the same time. They're like, and then we just kept on going.
And Melody...
What did she do?
And she walked off stage.
Did she, like, was it a big one?
Yeah, she cried. It was bad. But Papa said sorry.
And so he should have.
Don't worry, guys.
So he should have. And he should have also paid for all her dental work.
Yeah. Actually, it's kind of the style she's rocking it now, I think.
So is it still chipped now?
I actually don't know.
We need to talk to her about this week. We actually need to get both of them probably and work it out and say, are there still any hard feelings?
We need to do that. We need to just patch it up. Let's do a bit of Dr. Phil on them.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. Nay. I'm not old enough.
So it's gonna be awesome. We've got John Gray coming to preach, so that's gonna be unbelievable. We've got